Understanding intelligence quotient (IQ) and its role in human success. Intelligence quotient or IQ is a measure of a person's reasoning ability, problem-solving skills, and capacity to learn. It's often associated with academic performance and analytical thinking. Intelligence quotient (IQ) is a numerical measure of a person's reasoning ability, problem-solving skills, and capacity to learn and understand information. It is usually assessed through standardized tests that evaluate logic, memory, mathematical ability, and verbal reasoning. IQ is a standardized score used to measure a person's intellectual ability in relation to others of the same age. It evaluates how well someone can reason, solve problems, and process information. Example: imagine two students are given a complex puzzle. One of them solves it quickly by recognizing patterns and applying logical steps. This quick, efficient problem-solving reflects high IQ. So, IQ doesn't measure how much you know, it measures how well you think, analyze, and learn. People with high IQs tend to grasp new concepts quickly, process information faster, and solve complex problems with ease. For decades, IQ has been linked to success in education, technology, research, and leadership roles. When high IQ leads to success, 1. Scientific research and innovation. In fields like mathematics, physics, or engineering, a high IQ is extremely beneficial. Scientists solving complex equations or inventing new technologies need strong logical and abstract thinking abilities. Many Nobel Prize winners show exceptionally high intelligence. 2. Strategic professions. Roles like investment analysts, software developers, or surgeons often require quick decision-making, attention to detail, and intellectual sharpness, qualities strongly associated with high IQ. In such careers, IQ provides a clear advantage. It helps individuals process information faster, work more efficiently, and make sound decisions. When IQ alone isn't enough and can be harmful, however, a high IQ does not guarantee life success or happiness. Intelligence without emotional balance or life purpose can lead to serious problems. 1. Social isolation and overthinking. Highly intelligent individuals may overanalyze situations or feel misunderstood by others. They may struggle to connect emotionally or socially, leading to loneliness, depression, or even suicidal thoughts, especially if they lack emotional intelligence, EQ, or a support system. 2. Pressure and perfectionism in academics. Gifted students often face enormous pressure to perform. Without coping skills, they may feel overwhelmed, anxious, and even break under expectations. Tragically, in many countries, top-performing students take their own lives due to academic stress despite their brilliance. The balanced path to success and well-being come from a balance of IQ, emotional intelligence, spiritual grounding, and life meaning. While IQ opens intellectual doors, it's compassion, resilience, and purpose that keep us moving forward. So, the next time we admire someone's intelligence, let's also ask, are they at peace? Are they connected with others? True success is a harmonious life, not just a sharp mind. Emotional intelligence and human success, a deeper connection. When we think of success, we often imagine intelligence, degrees, or talent. But there's another kind of intelligence that is just as important, sometimes even more so. It's called emotional intelligence quotient or EQ. EQ is the ability to understand, manage, and respond to emotions, both our own and those of others. It involves self-awareness, empathy, emotional control, and strong social skills. Unlike IQ, which measures logic and problem-solving, EQ determines how well we connect, lead, and adapt in real life. When high EQ leads to success. 1. Leadership and teamwork. Leaders with high EQ inspire trust and cooperation. They understand people's emotions, resolve conflicts peacefully, and bring out the best in their teams. Think of successful CEOs, teachers, or sports coaches, not just smart, but deeply empathetic and emotionally aware. 2. Customer-facing roles. Jobs in sales, hospitality, counseling, or healthcare require strong EQ. For example, a nurse with high EQ not only treats patients but comforts them. A salesperson with emotional insight can connect better with clients and build lasting relationships. In these settings, high EQ creates smoother relationships, greater trust, and long-term success. When EQ alone isn't enough and may be misused, however, emotional intelligence without moral grounding or self-care can lead to serious problems, even emotional burnout or manipulation. 1. Emotional overload and burnout. People with high empathy often take on others' emotions. Nurses, therapists, teachers, and caregivers may carry the pain of those they help. Without boundaries or inner strength, this can lead to emotional exhaustion, depression, or suicide. Many mental health professionals face this silent struggle. 2. Manipulative behavior. High EQ without ethics can also be dangerous. Some people use emotional intelligence to manipulate others, playing on emotions to deceive, guilt-trip, or control. This form of toxic behavior can lead to broken relationships, guilt, and in some cases, emotional collapse for both the manipulator and their victims. EQ needs a foundation. EQ is powerful, but it needs balance, ethics, and purpose. Like a sharp tool, it can build or harm depending on how it's used. People with high EQ must learn to set boundaries, stay grounded, and cultivate self-care alongside empathy. Success in life isn't just about knowing how others feel, it's about knowing when to help, when to let go, and when to care for your own well-being. The balanced way forward. A healthy balance of IQ, EQ, and SQ, spiritual quotient, is the true foundation of a fulfilled and successful life. EQ helps you navigate relationships, manage stress, and stay emotionally stable, but it's not everything. True success means having the heart to feel, the wisdom to act, and the strength to rise above emotional storms. The power of spiritual intelligence, a higher path to success. When we talk about intelligence, most people think of IQ, solving problems, passing exams, and logical thinking. Others may mention EQ, handling emotions, relationships, and empathy. But there's a deeper intelligence, one that gives life true direction. It's called spiritual intelligence quotient, or SQ. Spiritual intelligence is the ability to connect with deeper values, higher purpose, and inner wisdom. It gives us clarity in confusion, peace during pressure, and strength when life feels uncertain. While IQ helps you think and EQ helps you feel, SQ helps you understand who you truly are and why you are here. SQ integrates IQ and EQ. SQ is not separate from IQ and EQ, it includes and transcends them. A spiritually intelligent person is not just smart or emotionally aware, they also have the wisdom to use their knowledge for the greater good. SQ gives meaning to intelligence and balance to emotions. Without spiritual intelligence, even the smartest person may feel lost, and even the most empathetic may feel overwhelmed. SQ anchors us. When high SQ leads to success, here are 3 real-life situations where high spiritual intelligence is essential for true success. 1. During life crisis and loss, whether it's the death of a loved one, the failure of a business, or a health challenge, SQ helps people make sense of suffering. Those with spiritual strength don't collapse, they grow. They find hope, acceptance, and deeper purpose even when the outer world falls apart. 2. In leadership and service. Leaders with high SQ inspire from the soul. They're not driven by ego or greed but by vision and compassion. Think of spiritual leaders like Mahatma Gandhi or modern changemakers like the Dalai Lama. They lead with humility and create lasting impact, not just because they're smart, but because they're spiritually awake. 3. In maintaining inner peace in a chaotic world we live in fast, noisy times. People with high SQ don't just survive the noise, they thrive in it. They carry calmness, focus, and joy wherever they go. They're not easily shaken by criticism, failure, or success. They know how to stay centered, guided by inner stillness. Why SQ matters more than ever. Today's world is full of distractions, pressure, and emotional burnout. Intelligence alone is not enough. Emotional sensitivity alone is not enough. We need inner strength, deep purpose, and unshakable peace. That's what SQ brings. You don't have to be religious to develop SQ. Meditation, reflection, self-inquiry, acts of kindness, and living in alignment with your values, these are paths to spiritual intelligence. Conclusion: the ultimate success. A high SQ empowers you to be calm in crisis, loving in conflict, and fearless in uncertainty. It helps you rise above ego, connect with others deeply, and live a life that truly matters. True success is not just what you achieve, it's who you become. And spiritual intelligence lights that path.